name's Gerald Clayton, and I love J. Ross TV.
What's up, y'all? This your boy J. Ross in St. Louis, hanging out with the man himself. I mean, the king of the ivories, the finger, whatever you want to call him, Mr. Gerald Clayton, y'all. And he in town right now, Jazz at the Bistro, along with John Clayton, y'all. I mean, it's off the chain, y'all. But we down in St. Louis at the Arch. Just wanted to talk to Gerald about just different things in music, you know, especially somebody on his level, y'all, so he can give you a little understanding about what goes on at the top. You know, so first of all, Gerald, you started off playing when you were?
I started playing around 6 or 7. I took classical lessons for maybe 10, 11 years. And I was always listening to, you know, different music, to jazz music, and trying to transcribe as much as I could along the way.
Yeah, so now, was it a family trait, or you know, they made you practice, or you just something you wanted to do?
They never really made me do it. I mean, it was something they tried to make sure that I took seriously, because they said if we're going to pay for piano lessons, you know, you have to take out the trash and do the dishes, but you also have to spend a certain amount of time every day, you know, working on your lesson stuff. So I always took it seriously, but there was never any like cracking of the whip.
Yeah.
It was supportive without pushing too hard.
So Gerald, did you find the passion in it then, or was it just, you know, like a kid, they making me do this, I got to do this?
I think I found the passion pretty young. I remember the first time I played a talent show in 3rd grade, and I played like a little boogie woogie piece that my dad had written out for me, and the audience was really into it and really receptive, and that feeling was so special to me that it just sort of made sense. I said, this will definitely be what I'm doing for the rest of my life.
Now, about your father being a musician, reading and writing and all that, did it rub off on you then?
Yeah, most certainly. I mean, every night I would go to sleep. He still has such a strong work ethic. You know, it's like every night I would go to bed and he would be in the studio working on something. So I'd hear harmony every night, and I think that work ethic rubbed off on me, and also just his general outlook on life. He's such a positive person and so loving, and I do remember at a young age thinking that this music was not so much a job as a labor of love, and just seeing these grown men get together and have a good time and joke and laugh. It was a really beautiful community environment to be part of.
Oh, so all right, now, so coming through high school, you playing the music and all that, did you have to sacrifice a lot, you know, for as like sports and things like that?
I got really into playing soccer around that time, so I was playing competitive soccer for years, and then at some point I decided to go to an arts high school, and the hours conflicted with the soccer schedule, so I had to kind of give up soccer. I still play, you know, just for fun, some pickup games, but I guess that was somewhat of a sacrifice. But even then, I always knew that music was sort of most important to me, so you know, it didn't bother me too much.
Oh yeah, once again, y'all, we in St. Louis, hanging out down at the St. Louis Arch with the piano man himself, y'all, Mr. Gerald Clayton in town at Jazz at the Bistro. Y'all, he giving us a little insight on his life and growing up. So, all right, you in high school, were you traveling then?
Yeah, a little bit. I started traveling mostly around college. You know, right after I got out of school, out of college, I went on the road with Roy Hargrove for about 3 years.
Right.
Which was, you know, we were on the road pretty much all year round. That was the first time that I had really experienced that road life, and, you know, missing the sleeping through alarms and getting in trouble for that and that kind of thing. And, but that was a real learning experience, both musically and just in terms of lifestyle as a musician, traveling musician.
Now at that time, what about your romantic life? Is it hard to keep a relationship going when you're traveling that much?
Yeah, you know, I think we definitely lead an unconventional lifestyle. So our lives they don't fit into kind of the conventional idea of what a relationship might be. So
right.
it takes a certain type of person to be able to actually be in a relationship with a musician. But I think there are a lot of open-minded people out there, and I've really part of the joy and the blessing of getting to travel and do what I do is getting to see different lifestyles and cultures and meet amazing people all around the world. So, you know, she's out there, and I've been fortunate to be in some really beautiful relationships relationships, and learned a lot about myself and other people in the process.
Hey, now at what point were you sitting at the piano, might have been at a gig or wherever, and you say, oh yeah, I'm jamming, I'm a pro now, I'm professional. When did you realize you had that quality?
Man, I don't know if I ever realized that. I'm still, it's a never-ending process, you know, you're just a student for life. As soon as you learn something, you realize all the other things there are to learn, and that continues. You know, music really humbles you. It continues to humble you because there's a it's a universe of possibilities, of directions you can take. So, yeah, I don't ever feel like I've arrived anywhere. I'm just trying to discover more and more.
Yeah. All right, let me give you a scenario. Now I come to you, I say, Gerald, man, I need you to write a song for me.
Okay.
You know, now I want you to go to your creativity, and the name of the song gonna be let me think. I'm stuck like a midget in quicksand.
Oh, wow.
So now, out of your creativity, where do you go first? What would like a songwriter or producer go first with that? Do they use the name of a song, or they just?
Well, I think in this case you have no option but to use the name of the song. That's very a specific.
Right.
Specific predicament.
So would let me ask you, would it be like a muddy song, like a midget in quicksand?
It sounds like it is. Yeah. I think definitely there's going to be some struggle in that. Probably some sense of the blues or whatever conjures up that emotion. But I think you try to tap into sort of the emotions that go along with the music. So sounds that convey a certain feeling. But the actual process of writing a song can start from a lot of different places. It could be just a bass line, it could be a harmonic progression or a melody. It's just a matter of sort of sitting down with something and trying to explore it all the way through in as many different ways as possible. So I don't know what that song is going to sound like.
Well, what about when you write your wedding song one of these days? Yeah, one of these days. I think you're going to write your own wedding song.
I'm not even there, man.
I know you're not, but I'm saying one of these days. I'm just trying to find out, like from novice or beginners or people who don't know, where do that inspiration come from for a songwriter or a musician?
I think you just said it, man. I think just, if it's a wedding song, then that's going to be the inspiration. It's going to be, the fact that you've made a connection with somebody that you want to spend the rest of your life with, and trying to convey that somehow in a musical way. So life is definitely the inspiration.
Yeah.
I think all art is an expression of a human expression of life, and it's there's no real way to define exactly what it is. It's always subjective, and but the idea is that we try to find honesty in our expression.
Yeah. So what's next up for you, big man?
What's next? I got an album coming out in a couple weeks, April 2nd, on the Concord label. It's called Life Forum. So check that out. And I'm really excited to release that. It's a trio project with a bunch of friends. So my usual trio of Justin Brown on drums and Joe Sanders on bass.
Oh yeah.
With Ambrose Akinmusiri on trumpet, Logan Richardson on alto saxophone, Dana Stevens on tenor saxophone, Gretchen Parlato and Satchel Vasandani singing. Carl Hancock Ruck's a great poet doing some spoken word on the first track.
My goodness.
And it's all produced by a dear friend and an amazing musician named Ben Wendell. So I'm excited about that. Going to be touring for that. And staying busy. A lot of different projects.
We'll give you Facebook information and website and all that.
Yeah, type in my name on Google. Put Gerald Clayton down. You'll see everything you need to see. I have a website, geraldclayton.com. The Facebook page, I believe, is Gerald Clayton Piano. So, just type me in, keep up with me, see what I'm up to.
Hey, Gerald, last question, man.
Yeah.
All right, you got all these people coming in. Now, what if somebody come in that can't feel the bill, so to speak? How does that work?
You mean a musician that I'm playing with? I think everybody, you try to stay open-minded to where everybody's coming from musically.
No, Drew. They just cannot feel the bill.
Okay, well then, that's an unfortunate thing. It can only go so far, and sometimes you have to accept that and say, okay, well, I don't know if I would call somebody like that for my own gig, because I'm looking for musicians that I feel that I'm open to express with. So, but I wouldn't. I'm not the kind of guy to be negative or treat somebody badly because they're at a different level. I remember the days of getting my butt kicked on the bandstand too. So.
Oh yeah.
Oh, most definitely, and it still happens all the time. So you know, just try to stay open-minded and try to make the most out of it. But yeah, I don't know if that's the answer.
All right, y'all, that's Gerald Clayton. We in St. Louis. He here at Jazz at the Bistro along with John Clayton, his father, on bass, y'all. And one more time about your new CD and the album and everything.
Yeah, Gerald Clayton Life Forum, coming out April 2nd on the Concord label. So
Now what Life Forum mean? What that mean?
Life Forum is about the many different platforms that we have in life to express ourselves. And I feel like so much of what we see in the news is stories of battlefields, of people, butting heads and sort of culture clashes and things like this. And I hope that the music is a representation that we all are the same, and that we can be open-minded when we are encountering other cultures and people with different mindsets, different views. So to put that into a musical setting, that's exactly what the album is. It's a forum for all of my friends, these great musicians, to come together and to express ourselves openly, and to try to take that mindset and apply that to all of life.
All right, y'all, that's Gerald. We're going to let him bounce up out of here. We in St. Louis at the Gateway Arch, J. Ross TV, 10 million strong. We gone. Peace.